This is the reading of Chapter 8 in your student reader for Unit 2 Animal Classification, Lesson 7, all about frogs. Follow along as I read and you will be answering some questions along the way. Chapter 8, Tree Frogs. As you have learned, amphibians and vertebrates that spend part of their lives in water and part of their lives on land. They start out like fish because they are born with gills and can breathe underwater. They later develop lungs so they can breathe air and live on land. Tree frogs are one type of amphibians. They are different from most amphibians because they spend most of their lives in trees. The American green tree frog can be found in most parts of the southeastern United States. A typical American tree frog is only about 2 inches long, so they are pretty small, but they can be loud if there are a few hundred of them gathered together. And there's an American green tree frog. If you live in the southern United States near water and lots of trees, your summer nights may be filled with the gentle chirps of tree frogs. American tree frogs range in color from lime green to yellow. A tree frog's most distinct characteristic is its long toes with suction cups. The suction cups allow a tree frog to cling to and climb anything. A tree frog can even stick to a window. Tree frogs like to stay in the trees, so you are more likely to hear them instead of see them. They will leave the trees to lay eggs. They are most likely to come down to the ground after a heavy rain when everything is nice and wet. And this tree frog's long toes with suction cups help it climb this branch. You can see those suction cups on the ends of the toes. If you do see one, don't worry. They are pretty friendly. They are easy to catch too. If you catch one, it might sit on your hand or crawl around on your back. You will probably only find them at night because they are nocturnal. This means they sleep during the day and are active at night. They eat small insects such as crickets, moths, and other nocturnal insects. Like other amphibians, American green tree frogs lay their eggs in or near the water. Most of them like to lay their eggs very close to water, but not quite in it. Their favorite place is on a tree limb or leafy branch that has fallen into a pond. The American green tree frog is nocturnal. Different kinds of tree frogs have been around since long before the dinosaurs roamed the earth. You can find many different types of tree frogs in parts of North America. You can find many types of tree frogs in parts of North America and South America, Europe, and Southeast Asia. This is a red-eyed tree frog, which you can find in Mexico and much of Central America. Most tree frogs prefer a fairly warm, wet climate. If you live in a place with tree frogs, consider yourself lucky. In the summer, you can fall asleep each night listening to the steady song of a tree frog orchestra. This type of frog lives in Mexico and Central America.